On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Vision.
The ability to think about or see the future with imagination and intelligence, the faculty of being able to see.
Examples:
A prodigious vision. Telescopic vision. Driving is difficult for me because of my poor vision.
Appreciate.
To value and acknowledge the worth of someone or something, to be grateful for something or someone.
Examples:
Appreciate her feedback. Appreciate the value. We would appreciate an early reply.
Grant.
To agree to give or allow somebody.
Examples:
Grant a new license. Grant a land. The chairperson granted him the right to speak.
Partial.
Not complete, fragmentary, favoring somebody or something very much.
Examples:
Partial withdrawal. Partial knowledge. Although some progress had been made, the study's findings were partial.
Blind.
Unable to see, unable or unwilling to perceive or understand the true nature of something.
Examples:
Blind to the beauties. Blind spot. She was nearly blind due to severe diabetes.
Fuss.
A state of agitation or excitement, an angry disturbance.
Examples:
Make a fuss. Get into a fuss. There was a fuss about the broken vase, but it was quickly forgotten.
Nova.
A star that suddenly becomes brighter, typically because of an explosion in its interior, a sudden increase or burst of activity or growth.
Examples:
Nova explosion. Nova star. The astronomer spent months studying the nova's light spectrum to learn more about its properties.
Eclipse.
An obscuring of one celestial body by another, often used to describe a lunar or solar eclipse, a period of obscurity or decline, often used to describe a decline in popularity or influence. Verb: to surpass, overshadow, or outshine someone or something.
Examples:
Partial eclipse. Eclipse a competitor. People across the country gathered to watch the solar eclipse in wonder and amazement.
Refer.
To direct someone's attention, thoughts, or questions to another source or person, to mention, cite, or allude to something as evidence or support.
Examples:
Refer to a book. Refer to a map. Please refer to the instruction manual for further assistance.
Dam.
A wall constructed over a river to block the flow of water, mainly used to generate energy.
Examples:
Dam building program. dam collapsing. The break in the dam threatened the valley.
Scared.
Afraid or frightened.
Examples:
Scared all the time. Scared dog. I'm scared of insects.
Cardboard.
A stiff, thick material made from compressed paper pulp used to make boxes and other packaging materials.
Examples:
Cardboard box. Cardboard cutout. I made a cardboard box to store my winter clothes in.
Eyesight.
The ability to see, visual acuity or sharpness.
Examples:
Impaired eyesight. Acute eyesight. His excellent eyesight allowed him to spot the bird in the dense foliage.
Solar.
Of, from, or relating to the sun.
Examples:
The solar system. A solar eclipse. Solar panels have greatly improved not only in performance, but also in durability.
Bacteria.
Single-celled or non-cellular spherical or spiral or rod-shaped organisms that exist in large numbers in the air, water, and soil, and also in living and dead creatures and plants, and are often a cause of disease.
Examples:
Pathogenic bacteria. Harmless bacteria. Bacteria prevalent in hospitals are often resistant to antibiotics.
Infection.
A condition in which pathogenic microorganisms or viruses have entered the body.
Examples:
A bacterial infection. Treat the infection with antibiotics. Hospitals must meet various standards to prevent nosocomial infections.
Whatsoever.
Not at all, no matter what.
Examples:
Whatsoever it be. Without impact whatsoever. He refused to do anything whatsoever to help her.
Grave.
A place where a dead body is buried, typically marked by a headstone or other memorial. A very serious, solemn, or important matter. Verb, to carve, cut, or etch a design, inscription, or mark onto a hard surface, such as stone or metal. Adjective, serious, solemn, or weighty in nature.
Examples:
Graven image. Grave mistake. Many innocent civilians were killed and buried in mass graves outside the city during the war.
Graduated.
Having received a degree from a school, college, or university, marked with or divided into levels or degrees.
Examples:
Graduated taxation. Graduated flask. She was a graduated student of a prestigious university.
Fir.
A type of tall evergreen tree that is native to the northern hemisphere, with needle-like leaves and cones that stand upright on the branches.
Examples:
Fir branch, fir forest. The smell of fresh fir trees filled the air at the Christmas tree farm.
Concord.
A state of agreement, harmony, or mutual understanding, a formal agreement or treaty, a musical chord that is in harmony, unity or compatibility in thoughts, opinions, or actions.
Examples:
Concord Agreement, Global Concord. The negotiation resulted in a peaceful concord between the two nations.
Guidance.
Advice or instructions given to help direct someone's behavior or decision-making.
Examples:
Vocational guidance, guidance counselor. The mentor provided guidance to the young entrepreneur, helping her navigate the business world.
Technological.
Based on scientific and industrial progress.
Examples:
Technological advancement, technological policy. Technological advances have disrupted many industries.
Axis.
A real or imaginary straight line through a body or figure around which the object turns, a group of countries in special alliance.
Examples:
Vertical axis, a coordinate axis. The Earth's axis of rotation is tilted 66.5 degrees to the ecliptic plane.
Equivalent.
Having the same value, quality, meaning, purpose, etc.
Examples:
Equivalent amounts, equivalent in meaning. The European Central Bank is Europe's equivalent of the Federal Reserve.
Silicon.
A chemical element with the symbol C that is a hard, brittle crystalline solid with a blue-gray metallic luster and used for the transistors and integrated circuit chips in computers.
Examples:
Silicon wafer, crystalline silicon. Silicon is the second most abundant element on Earth after oxygen.
Valley.
A long depression on the surface of the land, which typically contains a river.
Examples:
Valley bottom, basin-shaped valley. The valley had received a mild snowfall the previous week.
Militarism.
A political belief of a people or a government that a country should maintain a strong military force and be prepared to use it aggressively to defend or promote national interests.
Examples:
Abolish militarism, anti-militarism movement. The leaders of that country strive to revive militarism despite past defeats.
Handicap.
A physical or mental condition that limits a person's movements, senses, or activities.
Examples:
Handicap parking space, Mental handicap. The athlete overcame his physical handicap to become a world champion.
Rack.
A framework or support structure used to hold or display objects, a set of interconnected shelves or compartments used for storage, a source of torture, distress, or mental anguish.
Examples:
Clothing rack, spice rack. I need to buy a new coat rack to organize my winter jackets.
Patent.
A legal document that grants an inventor exclusive rights to their invention for a certain period of time, the invention or process for which a patent has been granted.
Examples:
Patent application, patent law. The company has filed for a patent to protect its new invention.
Reputation.
The general opinion that people have about someone or something, especially when this is based on their previous experiences or behaviors.
Examples:
Reputation risk. Cloud his reputation. She has a good reputation for being one of the best chefs in the city.
Genius.
Someone who has exceptional intellectual ability and originality.
Examples:
A person of genius. A genius for music. Mozart was a musical genius.
Rocket.
A large tube-shaped object that moves very first by a stream of gases let out behind it, used for space travel or as a weapon.
Examples:
Rocket attack against the enemy. Rocket fuel. The rocket launch platform is visible from this hill.
Invention.
The creation of a new device or process resulting from study and experimentation, the act of inventing.
Examples:
The invention of new techniques. Common invention. Necessity is the mother of invention.
Norm.
Something that is regarded as usual, typical, or standard.
Examples:
Norm of action. Cultural norm. The systems we have developed has accepted as industry norms.
Nerd.
A person who is very interested in and knowledgeable about a particular subject, such as computers, mathematics, chess, etc.
Examples:
A computer nerd. Nerd neck. He was, by nature, a cyber nerd.
Mineralogy.
The scientific study of minerals, naturally occurring inorganic substances with homogeneous chemical composition and ordered internal structure that focuses on the identification, characterization, and classification of minerals.
Examples:
Experimental mineralogy. Mineralogy research. His interest in the mineralogy of gemstones led him to become a well-respected gemologist.
Microbiology.
The study of microorganisms, including bacteria, viruses, fungi, and algae, and their role in various fields such as medicine, agriculture, and the environment.
Examples:
A specialist in microbiology. Microbiology laboratory. The field of microbiology includes the study of bacteria, fungi, viruses, and other microorganisms.
Comic.
Funny and making you laugh.
Examples:
Comic books. A comic hat. The novel is comic and tragic.
Decide.
To make up someone's mind about something, to come to a conclusion or judgment after considering options.
Examples:
Decide a question. Decide on a course of action. She couldn't decide whether to order the pizza or the pasta for dinner.
Engineer.
A person whose job is designing, building, or maintaining something such as machines, structures, or software.
Examples:
A civil engineer. Engineer shortage. The engineer will repair my telephone tomorrow morning.
Military.
Relating to or characteristic of members of the armed forces, of or relating to war or warfare.
Examples:
A military operation. A military leader. The military academy was known for its strict discipline and training.
Contractor.
A person or company that enters into a contract to provide materials or labor to perform a specific task or service.
Examples:
Management contractor. Major defense contractor. The company hired a contractor to remodel their office building.
Naval.
Of or relating to ships, sailors, or the Navy.
Examples:
Naval battles. Naval base. The naval officer was responsible for the safety and well-being of the crew on his ship.
Incidentally.
By the way, as an aside or in passing.
Examples:
Incidentally discovered. Incidentally mentioned. Incidentally, I know the answer to that question.
Opposition.
The act of disagreeing or resisting, the state of strong disagreement.
Examples:
Opposition campaign. Meet with opposition. The opposition party strongly disagreed with the government's proposed legislation.
Dean.
A person in charge of a college, faculty, or other academic departments, tasked with overseeing its operations, policies, and staff. A senior member of a profession or organization who is highly respected for their knowledge and experience.
Examples:
Dean's List. Dean of faculty. The university's dean was responsible for overseeing the academic programs and policies.
Faith.
Complete trust in something or someone's ability or knowledge, a strong belief in religion, divine power, etc.
Examples:
religious faith, faith in government. He kept his robust faith in his company.
Cartoon.
A simple drawing depicting a humorous or critical situation, often accompanied by a caption.
Examples:
cartoon character, cartoon industry. He spent his afternoon watching cartoon movies on TV.
Blur.
A faint or indistinct image or sound, something that is not clear or distinct. Verb, to become unclear, to lose clear vision.
Examples:
blur image, motion blur. The camera's focus was off, and the image was a blur of colors and shapes.
Negative.
Having the quality of something bad or harmful, expressing refusal.
Examples:
have a negative effect, a negative number. The movie has received almost universally negative criticism.
Connote.
To suggest or imply something in addition to its literal or primary meaning. To imply something beyond the literal or primary meaning.
Examples:
connote emotion, connote symbolism. The word home connotes a sense of warmth and comfort.
Relate.
To establish a connection or association between two or more things. To narrate or tell about an event, experience, or relationship. To empathize or feel sympathy with someone or something.
Examples:
relate a story, relate a message. He tried to relate his experience to the group, but they couldn't understand.
Ascertain.
To find out or learn something true or correct.
Examples:
ascertain a diagnosis, ascertain his address. He needed to ascertain the cause of the problem before he could fix it.
Foundation.
The lowest load-bearing part of a building, typically below ground level, a fundamental basis or principle upon which something is built or established, an organization that provides funding or support for charitable or educational purposes.
Examples:
foundation course, weak foundation. The foundation of the building was cracked and needed to be repaired.
Tread.
To step or walk on something.
Examples:
tread water, tread a similar path. He treads carefully on the slippery ice.
Pursue.
To do something or attempt to attain something over time, to follow or seek someone or something, especially in trying to catch them.
Examples:
Pursue a goal. Pursue freedoms. She intends to pursue a political career.
Bush.
A plant growing thickly, with many small branches and several stiff stems coming up from the root.
Examples:
Trees and bushes. A bush of hair. I am going to trim this bush off.
Meme.
A cultural idea, value, or pattern of behavior that is passed from one generation to another by imitation rather than genetic means, as an internet meme, an image, a video, a piece of text, etc., that is remixed, copied, and circulated in a shared cultural experience online.
Examples:
Pronounce meme. Religious meme. This cute dog's photo spread around the world as an internet meme.
Fingertip.
The end or tip of a finger.
Examples:
Apply fingertip pressure. Burn my fingertip. The archaeologist ran his fingertips along the pattern of the tombstones.
Probable.
Likely to happen or likely to be true.
Examples:
Probable outcome. Probable cause of a fire. It seems probable that he has forgotten our scheduled meeting.
Kook.
An eccentric or crazy person.
Examples:
Sound like a kook. Radical kook. The new chef at the restaurant is a real kook who always experiments with unusual ingredients.
Retrospect.
A review or analysis of past events, particularly to gain insight or understanding, a consideration of something that has already occurred or been accomplished.
Examples:
Retrospect review. With hindsight retrospect. In retrospect, I wish I had made a different decision.
Notion.
A general idea or understanding of something, particularly an abstract or complex concept, a belief or opinion, often one that is not based on solid evidence or facts.
Examples:
Notion of success. Vague notion. The notion of time travel has long fascinated scientists and fiction writers alike.
Interaction.
The act of connecting with someone, mainly when working, playing, or spending time with them.
Examples:
The interaction between man and his environment. Interaction among human beings. The interaction of the two groups is good for brainstorming.
Implement.
To put a decision, plan, or system into effect.
Examples:
Implement a corporate strategy. Implement security measures. The government promised to implement a new system to control the financial crisis.
Packet.
A small container or envelope that holds one or more items typically used for storing or transporting items like food, medicine, or marketing materials.
Examples:
Packet delivery, packet data network. I need to buy a packet of biscuits from the store.
Bolt.
A metal bar that slides across to lock a door or window closed. A discharge of lightning accompanied by thunder. Verb, to move or jump suddenly.
Examples:
Bolt diameter. Bolt from my bed. The lightning bolt twigged in several directions.
Sketch.
A simple, quickly made picture that does not have many details, a short descriptive summary of something.
Examples:
A penciled sketch. First design sketches. Yesterday, I created a rough sketch of the plan.
Structure.
The way of construction of something and the arrangement of its parts, or a complex thing constructed of many parts.
Examples:
The structure of a machine. Structure and function of the brain. The organizational structure of startups is often flat and straightforward.
Eventually.
Finally, particularly after a long time or a lot of struggle, complications, and so on.
Examples:
Eventually become obsolete. Eventually succeed. The corporation eventually dominated the entire tobacco business.
Napkin.
A small piece of cloth or paper used for wiping one's mouth and hands while eating. A decorative cloth placed on a table for formal occasions.
Examples:
Paper napkin. Linen napkin. I always keep a stack of napkins on my desk while I eat to prevent any messes.
Argue.
To express differing opinions or points of view, often in a heated or contentious manner, to present a case or reasoning to persuade or convince others.
Examples:
Argue a case. Argue passionately. The couple began to argue over which restaurant to go to for dinner.
Gambit.
A calculated or strategic move or tactic, often used in a game or competition, an opening move in chess that is designed to gain an advantage.
Examples:
Political gambit. Opening gambit. The businessman's gambit to invest in the new technology proved successful.
Knight.
A mounted soldier in the past, typically one of noble birth, trained to fight in armor. Today in Great Britain, a person honored by the sovereign for personal merit.
Examples:
The Black Knight. White Knight. In medieval Europe, a monarch or feudal lord granted the title of the knight to a warrior who had demonstrated skill and bravery in battle.
Singe.
To burn something slightly or superficially, usually by mistake.
Examples:
Singe off the hair over the flames. Singe the edges of a fabric. I didn't realize the iron was still hot and singed my dress.
Midnight.
The middle point of the night, usually defined as 12 a.m. or the start of a new day.
Examples:
Midnight snack. Midnight shift. I stayed up until midnight watching my favorite movie.
Unseen.
Not seen or noticed, not perceived.
Examples:
Unseen danger. An unseen force. The consequences of the pandemic remain unseen as scientists continue to research the virus.
Unknowable.
Impossible to know or comprehend, beyond the limits of human understanding.
Examples:
Unknowable complexity. Unknowable future. The mysteries of the universe are often considered unknowable.
Unproven.
Not tested or proved.
Examples:
Unproven efficacy. Scientifically unproven. The new treatment's long-term advantages are still unproven.
Endeavor.
To make an earnest attempt or effort, to strive or work hard towards a goal or objective.
Examples:
Endeavor to succeed. Endeavor as much as possible. We will endeavor to find a solution to the problem as quickly as possible.
Principle.
A fundamental law or truth that explains or controls how something happens or works.
Examples:
Principle of treatment. Principle in business. Efficiency isn't an essential principle here, fairness is.
Hell.
The place thought to be where bad people go and are punished after death, often depicted as being located beneath the earth, an extraordinarily unpleasant or difficult place.
Examples:
Run like hell. Hell broke loose. The battlefield became hell on earth.
Manifest.
To show something such as feeling, attitude, quality, etc., clearly through signs or actions.
Examples:
Manifest as the word. Manifest displeasure. The Prime Minister manifested his regret for his neighbors.
Formalism.
An artistic or philosophical theory or practice that emphasizes the formal aspects, such as structure, style, or technique, of a work rather than its content or meaning.
Examples:
Artistic formalism. Economic formalism. The art movement of formalism focused on the aesthetic qualities of artworks.
Attitude.
The way you think and feel about someone or something.
Examples:
Attitude toward mistakes. Attitude control. She had the attitude that work was fun.
Classic.
Judged or deserving to be regarded as one of the best or most important of its kind over a period of time, of a well-known type.
Examples:
A classic experiment. Chinese classic literature. He displayed the classic symptoms of depression.
Embrace.
To accept something willingly and enthusiastically. Noun, the act of clasping another person in the arms as in greeting or affection.
Examples:
Embrace an opportunity. A warm embrace. The woods embrace the house.
Craft.
An activity that requires a particular skill in making things with one's hands.
Examples:
Craft arts of Japan. Craft manufacture. His hometown was where he first acquired the craft of wood carving.
Purity.
The state of being undiluted or unmixed with anything else, the state of being free from immorality, especially of a sexual nature.
Examples:
The degree of purity. High purity. Higher purity requires additional equipment and energy.
Transparency.
The condition or quality of being easy to see through.
Examples:
Lack of transparency. Transparency during the trials. The main discussion topic is government transparency.
Emphasize.
To give or show particular importance to something.
Examples:
Emphasize her words. Emphasize a direct relationship. Use italics or capitals to emphasize a word in a piece of writing.
Authenticity.
The quality of being real or genuine.
Examples:
Authenticity verification. Lack authenticity. The museum's experts confirmed the authenticity of the painting.
Honesty.
The quality of being truthful, sincere, and morally upright, adherence to moral and ethical principles.
Examples:
Honesty policy. Honesty box. A culture of honesty in the workplace leads to better communication and productivity.
Animism.
The belief that objects, places, and creatures possess a spiritual essence or soul, a belief system that emphasizes the interconnectedness of all living things and the natural world.
Examples:
Traditional animism. Animism practices. The belief that objects have spirits is a central tenet of animism.
Iconoclast.
A person who attacks or criticizes traditional institutions or beliefs, one who destroys religious images or traditional beliefs.
Examples:
The orientation of an iconoclast. Iconoclast art. The radical iconoclast challenged the traditional beliefs of society.
Correspond.
To match or be similar to something else almost exactly, to exchange messages.
Examples:
Correspond to a standard. Correspond with a foreign student. The numbers on the sign correspond to points on the map.
Subdivision.
A smaller part of something that is divided into such parts.
Examples:
An administrative subdivision. Subdivision of cells. The city is divided into several smaller subdivisions.
Dichotomy.
A division or contrast between two things that are or are represented as being opposed or entirely different. A sharp contrast between two opposing and mutually exclusive categories or concepts.
Examples:
Moral dichotomy. Psychological dichotomy. The dichotomy between good and evil is common in literature and philosophy.
Delight.
A feeling of great pleasure or happiness.
Examples:
A tremor of delight. With delight. The delight on the child's faces when they received the toy was priceless.
Tradition.
A belief, custom, or way of doing something that has been passed down from generation to generation within a group or society.
Examples:
A tradition of a culture. Against tradition. It is a tradition in many families to have a big Thanksgiving dinner with all their relatives.
Revolution.
A large-scale attempt to overthrow the government of a country, often using violence or war.
Examples:
Beginning of the Industrial Revolution. A political revolution. The revolution by the citizen resulted in a redistribution of wealth.
Diagonal.
At an angle or slant. Noun, a line that runs across a surface or figure at an angle.
Examples:
Diagonal pattern. Place at a diagonal. The diagonal cut of the skirt added movement and flair to the outfit.
Confer.
To have a meeting or discussion, to come to a decision or agreement or exchange ideas, to bestow something.
Examples:
Confer degree. Confer honor. The leaders of the two countries met to confer on the issue.
Theme.
A subject or topic of discourse or artistic representation.
Examples:
Theme park. Central theme. The theme of the novel is the corrupting influence of power.
Inspire.
To make somebody feel with the desire, confidence, or enthusiasm, especially to do something creative.
Examples:
inspire a feeling of curiosity. Inspire him to write a novel. The unique style of this martial arts inspired many action film producers.
Extent:
the point or degree or area to which something extends.
Examples:
certain extent. The extent of the damage. I was amazed at the extent of her generosity.
Fable:
a short story, often with animal characters, that teaches a general truth or a moral lesson.
Examples:
classic fable. Moralize a fable. In his speech, he quoted a passage from a well-known fable.
Scorpion:
a small creature similar to an insect with a segmented body, a pair of pincers, and a long, thin tail that ends in a venomous sting.
Examples:
scorpion fish. Poisonous scorpion. The scorpion's venom can be lethal to humans.
Promenade:
a stroll or walk, often taken in a public place or park. A public place for walking or strolling, often filled with shops or vendors. A dance movement in which the partners move around the floor in a circle or similar pattern.
Examples:
evening promenade. Promenade in the park. The boardwalk by the beach was a beautiful promenade for tourists and locals alike.
Sting:
to cause a sharp, painful sensation or injury with a poison, venom, or other substance or by a physical action, such as a bite or prick.
Examples:
sting me on the arm. Sting his face. Bees sting as a defense mechanism when they feel threatened.
Discovery:
the act or process of finding information, a place, or an object, or learning about something that was previously not known.
Examples:
a scientific discovery. The great discovery of the century. Her research team made an important discovery.
Immediately:
now or without delay.
Examples:
immediately recall a product. Write him an answer immediately. A suspension order from the court is effective immediately.
Visual:
relating to seeing or sight.
Examples:
visual navigation. Field of visual arts. The building makes a remarkable visual impact.
Medium:
of a size, amount, or level that is average or intermediate. Noun, a means or instrumentality for storing or communicating information.
Examples:
medium color. An advertising medium. The medium-sized shirt fits him perfectly.
Element:
a fundamental or essential part of something.
Examples:
New design elements. Non-metallic elements. Natural selection is an essential element in Darwin's theory of evolution.
Symbol:
Something visible that is used to represent something else.
Examples:
Symbol color. Symbol for happiness. The dragon is considered a symbol of bravery.
Funnel:
A tube or pipe that is wide at the top, sloping sides, narrow at the bottom, used for pouring liquids or powders into a small opening, a smokestack on a ship or steam engine.
Examples:
Separatory funnel. A funnel-shaped device. We have to use a funnel to pour petrol into the tank.
Conduit:
A channel, pipe, or tube that is used to direct the flow of fluids or other material from one place to another. Figuratively, a means of communication or channel for transmitting information, ideas, or concepts.
Examples:
Water conduit. Electrical conduit. The conduit between the two buildings carried water and electricity.
Resemblance:
Similarity in appearance or exterior or superficial details.
Examples:
Striking resemblance. Faint resemblance. The resemblance between Anna and her mother was astonishing.
Resemble:
To look like or be similar to someone or something.
Examples:
Resemble each other. Resemble her mother. The brothers resemble each other in the hobby.
Abstract:
Based on general ideas, feelings, or qualities and not on any of physical or concrete existence.
Examples:
An abstract noun. Abstract science. The invention of the camera triggered the development of abstract painting.
Retain:
To keep or continue to possess or maintain something.
Examples:
Retain information. Retain a lawyer. Computers help people retain specific memories.
Boundary:
A real or imaginary line that marks the limit or extent of something and separates it from other things or places.
Examples:
Geographical boundary. The boundary between reality and fantasy. He wandered the boundary between life and death by gunfire.
Iconography:
The visual images or symbols used in a particular field of study, worship, or art, a system or language of imagery used to represent ideas or concepts.
Examples:
Religious iconography. Digital iconography. The iconography of the logo was immediately recognizable as belonging to the famous brand.
Maintain:
To continue to uphold or sustain, to keep in a particular state or condition, to assert or declare something to be true.
Examples:
Maintain order. Maintain good health. I need to maintain my car regularly to prevent any major mechanical issues.
Represent.
To speak, act, or be present on behalf of another person or group, to form or constitute.
Examples:
Represent by a diagram. The characters that represent numbers. We elected him to represent us at the international conference.
Heritage.
The culture and traditions that are passed down from previous generations.
Examples:
Heritage site. Historical heritage. The heritage of the city is reflected in its architecture.
Texture.
The feel or appearance of a surface or substance.
Examples:
The texture of the skin. The texture of octopus. We could sense the silk's lovely texture.
Capture.
To catch a person or an animal and confine them in an area which they cannot escape.
Examples:
Capture a glimpse. Capture customers' hearts. I was able to capture the moment on film.
Essential.
Indispensable, fundamental.
Examples:
Essential amino acid. Essential commodities of life. Trial and error is an essential part of education.
Balance.
A condition in which everything has the same weight or force, something left after other parts have been taken away.
Examples:
The balance of power. Asset on the company's balance sheet. Try to keep a balance between work and off.
Visible.
Capable of being seen, or open to easy view.
Examples:
Visible stars. Visible by X-ray. My home is easily visible from the shore.
Invisible.
Impossible or nearly impossible to see.
Examples:
An invisible asset. Invisible stars. The phenomenon is invisible at optical wavelengths.
Panel.
A square or rectangular and flat piece of something that forms a distinct section or component of something, a small group of specialists who discuss particular topics or give their advice or opinion about something.
Examples:
Panel discussion. Cost of solar panels. A panel of economic advisors from the United States visited the country to help rebuild its economy.
Sequence.
A series of related events, actions, numbers, etc., which have a particular order.
Examples:
The sequence of the seasons. The DNA sequence. We do move forward with those tasks in sequence next week.
Aspect.
One part or feature of a situation, problem, subject, etc.
Examples.
Non-technical aspects of the job. Aspects of social, political, and economic life. His professional experience includes all aspects of media production.
Temporal.
Of or relating to time as opposed to eternity.
Examples.
A temporal restriction. Temporal history. The temporal nature of the universe is a subject of much debate among scientists.
Energize.
To give energy or vitality to someone or something, to invigorate.
Examples.
Energize the body. Energize a team. The motivational speaker energized the crowd with their words.
Modern.
Of or belonging to the present time or recent times.
Examples.
Modern poetry. Pre-modern agricultural society. Their headquarters are in a modern skyscraper.
Operate.
To work in a particular way, to supervise something.
Examples.
Operate 24 hours a day. Manually operate a machine. This machine is too difficult to operate for me.
Ancient.
Relating to the long ago, particularly the historical period preceding the fall of the Western Roman Empire, very old.
Examples.
Pre-Christian ancient. Ancient stories. They have been living near water since ancient times.
Collide.
To hit something violently when moving.
Examples.
Collide head-on. Collide in midair. The interests of the two countries collide.
Tomb.
A large stone structure or underground chamber in which the dead are buried.
Examples.
Bury in tomb. The ancient tomb. The tomb of the unknown soldier honored the bravery and sacrifice of those who lost their lives in battle.
Scribe.
A person who writes out copies of documents or manuscripts, especially in ancient times.
Examples.
Scribe in ancient Egypt. Financial scribe. The scribe's skills were in high demand in medieval times, when many people were illiterate.
Relief.
A feeling of happiness and relaxation that comes when something burdensome is removed or reduced.
Examples.
Tax relief. Sigh of relief. He devoted his life to establishing a humanitarian relief fund.
Sculpture.
The art of creating three-dimensional objects or forms, typically by carving, modeling, or casting in a variety of materials such as stone, wood, metal, or clay.
Examples:
Create sculpture. Abstract sculpture. The ancient Greek sculptures are known for their realism and attention to detail.
Column:
One of the vertical blocks that split content on a page or screen from top to bottom, an upright pillar that often supports an arch, entablature, or other structure or stands alone as a monument.
Examples:
The spinal column. A column of water. The newspaper devoted several columns to the affair.
Embroidery:
The art or skill of decorating fabric with thread, yarn, or other material, often by creating designs or pictures with stitches or patterns.
Examples:
Embroidery design. Hand embroidery. The wedding dress had beautiful embroidery on the bodice.
Bark:
The hard outer layer of a tree, a sound made by dogs or some other animals.
Examples:
Trees with rough bark. Bark at the moon. He removed the bark from the tree.
Accordion:
A musical instrument that is played by pressing buttons or keys, causing bellows to expand and compress air over metal reeds, producing sound.
Examples:
Accordion music. An accordion pleat. He played a beautiful melody on his accordion, charming everyone in the audience.
Artifact:
A person-made object, especially one of historical or cultural interest.
Examples:
Paleolithic artifacts. Peruvian artifacts. The museum has a vast collection of Greek artifacts.
Rectilinear:
Characterized by straight lines or boundaries, having a form consisting primarily or exclusively of straight lines or linear elements.
Examples:
Rectilinear shape. Rectilinear motion. The rectilinear design of the skyscraper gave it a modern and sleek appearance.
Arrangement:
A plan or preparation for the future event, the action or process of placing things in a particular order.
Examples:
Arrangement of the furniture. Arrangement committee. As a first arrangement, we agreed to meet the following Friday.
Drawing:
The act of making a picture with a pencil, pen, or other instruments on paper, cardboard, or other material.
Examples:
Technical drawing. Drawing for design. She is talented at drawing and has won several awards for her artwork.
Balloon:
A small bag made of thin rubber or other light material that can be inflated with air or gas, used as a toy or as a decoration. Verb, to become inflated.
Examples:
balloon ride, balloon into a severe political problem. The satellite balloon slowly ascended into the sky.
Caption:
a title or brief explanation accompanying a photograph, illustration, or other images, a heading or inscription for a chapter, section, or document.
Examples:
caption text, social media caption. The caption on the photograph helped to explain the image's content.
Hop:
to jump lightly and quickly on one foot or both feet, to move rapidly from one place to another, to travel using an aircraft, bus, etc.
Examples:
hop on one foot, hop from one place to another. The rabbit hopped over the fence.
Skip:
to move along lightly and quickly, making a step from one foot to the other with a hop or bounce, to intentionally fail to do something which would normally do.
Examples:
skip across the country, skip breakfast. We skipped the topic because it was too complicated.
Fin:
a thin flat part on the body of a fish or other aquatic animal used for propulsion or balance.
Examples:
back fin, a fin of a plane. The shark's powerful fins allowed it to swim at high speeds.
Typeset:
to arrange and format text or material for printing, typically in a specified font, size, and layout, to compose or arrange written material in a particular style or format for publication.
Examples:
typeset document, typeset layout. I need to typeset the manuscript before sending it to the publisher.
Peel:
to remove the skin of fruit and vegetables.
Examples:
peel a fruit, peel off easily. The storm had peeled all paint off the siding.
Propose:
to make a proposal, declare a plan for something.
Examples:
propose the amendment, propose changes. I want to propose a toast in honor of our long-standing relationship.
Interact:
to communicate or react with somebody.
Examples:
interact directly with customers, interact with one another. He should interact more with his colleagues.
Transplant:
to move or transfer something from one place or person to another, to take living tissue or an organ from one person, animal, part of the body, etc., and put it into or onto another.
Examples:
transplant a heart, transplant my family to America. He tried to transplant the seedling into a larger pot.
Monitor:
To observe, check, and track the progress or quality of something over a period of time.
Examples:
Monitor an exam. Monitor the data carefully. They used a special receiver to monitor police radio channels.
Appropriate.
Suitable or proper in the circumstances, fitting.
Examples:
Appropriate behavior. An appropriate time. It would be appropriate to dress nicely for the wedding.
Introduction.
A preliminary explanation or remarks given before the start of a text, performance, or event, the act of bringing something new into existence or introducing something to a wider audience or new market.
Examples:
Introduction education. Self-introduction. The introduction to the new class was informative and engaging.
Phenomenon.
Something that exists and can be perceptible, especially one that is not fully understood.
Examples:
Natural phenomenon. Historical phenomenon. A rainbow is a natural phenomenon.
Continuity.
The state or quality of being continuous, uninterrupted, or consistent, the maintenance of a connection, sequence, or pattern.
Examples:
Continuity plan. Continuity of service. The sudden departure of the team leader disrupted the project's continuity.
Presentation.
The act of formally introducing or displaying something to others. The manner in which something is presented or given visually, verbally, or otherwise.
Examples:
Presentation skills. Presentation slides. She gave a fantastic presentation at the conference and received a standing ovation.
Hypertext.
A type of electronic text that links to other related information and allows nonlinear reading and navigation between different text sections, commonly used in the context of the World Wide Web.
Examples:
Hypertext document. Hypertext navigation. The Internet has hypertext links allowing users to navigate different web pages.
Profoundly.
To a great or complete degree, deeply.
Examples:
Profoundly insightful. Sleep profoundly. The novel affected her profoundly, causing her to question her beliefs and values.
Spatial.
Of or relating space and the position, area, and size of things.
Examples:
Spatial ability. Spatial distribution. He carefully determined the spatial relations of every piece of the stage set.
Distance.
The amount of space between 2 points, measured in units such as miles, meters, or kilometers, the extent, scope, or range between two things, such as distance or emotional distance.
Examples:
driving distance, social distance. The marathon runner covered a long distance in a short amount of time.
Penny.
A small denomination of currency or coin, typically the smallest unit of a currency system. In the U.S., a coin worth 1 cent.
Examples:
penny stock, save a penny. I found a lucky penny on the ground while walking to work this morning.
Marshal.
A military officer of high rank or a person in charge of organizing or leading a parade or public event, a law enforcement official or officer responsible for maintaining order and enforcing regulations. Verb, to organize, arrange, or gather together resources, information, or people in a deliberate and systematic manner.
Examples:
marshal the books into their proper places. Deputy marshal. The event organizer appointed a professional marshal to manage the flow of traffic.
Relation.
The way two persons or groups of people feel and act toward one another.
Examples:
relation between cause and effect. Relation of inclusion. The industrial relations laws were passed with little to no alteration.
Preserve.
To keep or maintain a particular quality, feature, etc., especially to prevent it from decaying, being damaged, or being destroyed.
Examples:
preserve my strength. Preserve a country's heritage. They worked hard to preserve the nature of their native lands.
Advantage.
A condition or circumstance that puts one in a favorable or superior position, a beneficial feature or asset that someone or something has.
Examples:
score an advantage. Take advantage of his weak points. One of the main advantages of the new product is its increased efficiency.
Digital.
Processing or storing information as a succession of 1 and 0 to show that a signal is present or missing, relating to the use of computer technology, especially the Internet.
Examples:
a digital watch. Digital electronic signature. Sensors convert physical phenomena into digital signals.
Unbroken.
Continuous and not interrupted, of promises or contracts, not violated or disregarded.
Examples:
an unbroken horse. Unbroken chain. He enjoyed the unbroken quiet of the afternoon at the villa.
Zigzag.
Having short, sharp turns or angles.
Examples:
zigzag sewing machine. A zigzag line. We had to go through a zigzag course.
Spiral.
A curve that coils around a central point and gets progressively farther away from it as it goes around.
Examples:
Spiral staircase. Spiral design. The leaves of the fern were arranged in a spiral pattern.
Straight.
Extending or moving in one direction without bending or curving, having no deviations.
Examples:
A straight line. Straight for 2 months. He was sick for 5 straight days.
Backward.
At, to, or toward the direction or place that is behind or rear.
Examples:
Walk backward. Backward angle. She falls over backward when she sees her mother-in-law.
Compromise.
To settle a problem or disagreement by mutual concession.
Examples:
Compromise the matter. Cannot compromise anymore. They never compromised on development, despite the lack of funds.
Adjacent.
Next to, close to, or adjoining something.
Examples:
Adjacent to his house. Adjacent houses. Our country has military alliances with adjacent countries.
Technique.
A particular way or art of doing something that needs skill.
Examples:
A technique in martial arts. The technique applied to construction. Jockey's superior technique brought him victory.
Limitation.
A rule or act that restricts the scope of something.
Examples:
Impose limitation. Limitation of exercise. Disability is a physical limitation to living everyday life.
Infinite.
Unlimited or very great, impossible to measure.
Examples:
Infinite appetite. Infinite in supply. The battle had an infinite impact on the nation.
Canvas.
Heavy, closely woven fabric used for making tents, sails, etc., and by artists for painting on.
Examples:
Blank canvas. Oil on canvas. Life is a vast canvas, and you should put as much paint on it as you can.
Staircase.
A set of stairs inside a building, usually with posts and bars that are fixed at the side.
Examples:
Spiral staircase. Beetle up the staircase. She walked urgently down the emergency staircase.
Circular.
Shaped like a circle, having a round form.
Examples:
Circular economy. Non-circular orbit. The circular shape of the planet makes it difficult to determine which direction is north.
Narrative.
A story or a description of a series of events or process of telling a story.
Examples:
Narrative poetry. Personal narrative. The narrative handles multiple plot lines and has unpredictable ends.
Literally.
In the real or original meaning of a word or phrase, in a literal sense or way, not figuratively.
Examples.
Translate literally. Bite his tongue literally. He literally jumped out of his chair when he heard the news.
Parallel.
Being everywhere equidistant and not intersecting, of or relating to the simultaneous performance of multiple operations.
Examples.
A parallel case. Parallel processing. He walked a road parallel to the railroad.
Crazy.
Stupid or not sensible, very angry.
Examples.
Crazy about cars and racing. A crazy scheme. The rain and thunder are crazy today.
Collage.
A work of art composed by assembling various materials, such as photographs, newspaper clippings, and other objects, onto a surface, any composition made by combining various distinct elements.
Examples.
Collage art. Digital collage. She made a beautiful collage of photos from her travels to display in her home.
Fellow.
Someone who has the same job or interests as you, or is in the same class, profession, or situation as you.
Examples.
Junior fellow. Nice fellow. He is the kind of fellow who only works for his success.
Durable.
Capable of lasting and being used for a long time without being damaged or destroyed.
Examples.
Durable piece. Durable materials. Our company's products are made of highly durable materials.
Mutation.
The way in which genes of a person, plant, animal, or other organism change and produce permanent differences.
Examples.
Mutation of DNA. Hereditary mutation. Radiation often promotes genetic mutations in plants and animals.
Era.
A period that is distinct from others, typically in history.
Examples.
Dawn of a new era. The era of the Renaissance. Political corruption was common throughout the post-war era.
Evolve.
To develop gradually, or to cause the development of something or someone gradually.
Examples.
Evolve. Evolve over the past decade. Eyeless fish evolved in dark caves.
Immerse.
To become fully involved in a particular activity, to dip or submerge in a liquid, especially so that they or it are entirely covered.
Examples.
Immerse the cloth in the dye. Completely immerse the ingredient. He immersed himself in his research.
Display.
To exhibit or show something to others, often to attract attention or demonstrate its features, properties, or value.
Examples.
Display merchandise. Display artwork. We need to display our products in an attractive way to attract customers.
Whatnot.
Unspecified or unimportant objects, things, or details, miscellaneous items or things, a small, open shelving unit or stand used for displaying various objects or curios.
Examples.
Books and whatnot. Clothes and whatnot. I need to pick up some groceries, toiletries, and whatnot at the store.
Adapt.
To make fit forward change to suit a new purpose or environment.
Examples.
Adapt fully to the environment. Adapt as needed. I advised him to adapt to his new surroundings.
Environment.
The natural world such as air, water, and land in which humans, animals, and plants live.
Examples.
Environment affairs. Chaotic environment. Every human is responsible for taking care of the Earth's environment.
Ponder.
To think deeply or carefully about something.
Examples.
Ponder divine matters. Ponder life's meaning. She sat quietly, pondering the difficult decision.
Universe.
Everything that exists, especially all physical matter, including planets, stars, galaxies, and all other forms of matter and energy.
Examples.
Theory of the universe. Expansion of the universe. The universe is about 13.8 billion years old.
Expression.
The act of conveying thoughts, feelings, or ideas using words, facial expressions, body language, or art, a look or gesture that conveys a particular emotion or mood.
Examples.
Artistic expression. Expression of interest. His facial expression showed a mix of surprise and confusion.
Pup.
A young dog, seal, or other animals.
Examples.
Pup company. Playful pup. The little pup was so cute, with big, floppy ears and a wagging tail.
Lone.
Solitary or single.
Examples.
A lone flight. A lone house in the field. The lone traveler walked along the deserted road.
Virtual.
Being actually such in almost every respect, existing in essence or effect, though not an actual fact.
Examples.
A virtual image. trading of virtual currencies. She is the virtual president of the company.
Efficient.
Performing at the highest level of productivity with the least wasted effort or resources, capable of achieving maximum output with minimum wasted effort, time, or materials.
Examples:
efficient operation, energy efficient appliances. The new washing machine is much more efficient than the old one.
Storytelling.
The act or art of narrating or writing stories.
Examples:
storytelling performance, courtroom storytelling. She was skilled in storytelling techniques, such as using different voices for other characters.
Identity.
The fact of being who or what somebody or something is, the features, emotions, or ideas that distinguish persons from one another.
Examples:
mistaken identity, identity as an individual. The terrorist's identity remains unknown.
Increasingly.
More and more.
Examples:
increasingly become common. Face increasingly complicated challenges. Our company found it increasingly difficult to keep up with the competition.
Unique.
Being the only one of its kind, unlike anything else.
Examples:
a unique teacher. Unique design. The painting is unique, and there is no other like it.
Cube.
A three-dimensional shape with 6 square faces that are all equal in size, of mathematics, the result of multiplying the number by itself 3 times.
Examples:
cube root. Ice cube. I cut the cheese into small cubes for the salad.
Triangulation.
The process of determining the location or position of something, such as an object, place, or point, by measuring the angles or distances between multiple reference points or landmarks.
Examples:
triangulation method. Political triangulation. The archaeologists used GPS triangulation to accurately map the ancient ruins.